Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TK Maths is 1. In today's video, I'll explain to you a concept of connected particles on inclined plane using energy method. So the question I've picked up is from June 18 variant 4.3. It is question number 4 and it is from the syllabus of A-level mathematics paper 4 M1, code is 9709. So before we begin, you can see on the top two addresses. One is my website address, tkmaths.com, and other is tkmathsisfun.blogspot.com. It is my blog address. You may find it very useful. Do visit it. All my previously made videos are here, and on the website I'm also offering online classes. So let's begin with the question. So this question is about two particles, A and B. Particle A has mass 0.8 kg and particle B has mass 1.6 kg. Particle A is on the inclined plane, which is making an angle theta with the horizontal. It is given to you in the question, and value of sine theta is 3/5. Sometimes angle is given to you, sometimes ratio is given to you. And the plane is smooth, so there will be no friction. And these two important things, light inextensible string and smooth pulley. Sometimes when question says what are the assumptions you are making to solve this question, so you need to mention it. So that's why I just mention it. It is always told to you in the question. When it is not given and question is asked, then you can mention it. So we are using energy method to find the speed of the particle. After each particle has covered a distance of 0.5 meter, assuming that A has not yet reached the pulley. So when we will release it, this particle will go up and this particle will go down. Now energy method means we know we are talking about kinetic energy and potential energy. In detail, if you want to study energy method or work power energy topic, you can visit my blog site or my website and you will find it very user friendly. You can study the whole chapter over there. So let's begin. So first of all, when the information sine theta equals to 3/5 is given, I'm giving you this extra piece of information. It may not be needed in this question, but developing a concept. So you can easily find out cos theta because if you draw any triangle and take any angle as theta, we know sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So for this angle, opposite is 3, hypotenuse is 5. So using Pythagoras theorem, I can find this is 4. So cos theta will be adjacent over hypotenuse. It will be 4/5, right? Just a piece of information extra. Now, one thing here, whenever a triangle is drawn and hypotenuse side is given to you, when it is asked what is this perpendicular, teachers straight away write 5 sine theta and for adjacent 5 cos theta. Usually students do not get it immediately. So let me explain to you what actually happens. How do we get it? Right, I'm repeating, for the perpendicular side opposite to angle, they write hypotenuse sine times sine theta, and for adjacent, hypotenuse times cos theta. So actually, you know, cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, b/5. So if you make b a subject, it is 5 cos theta. So that's why without showing this working, they can write with the adjacent side 5 cos theta. Similarly, sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse, a/5. So a is equals to 5 sine theta. So that's why for this side opposite to angle, they write 5 sine theta. So let's see. Now in this question, what is happening? This particle we are assuming is going till here when it covers 0.5 meter. So this will be the height it will cover, because when we are talking about energy, it means potential energy and kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is due to speed and potential energy is possessed due to height. Okay, so I can easily calculate this height because the reference point will be my initial point. I will not worry about the height from here. Okay, so your reference point is always your 0 or initial point. So I'm considering that from this height, which is 0, it is going up till here, 0.5 meter covered. So using this explanation which I have given you here, okay, so this side will be 0.5 sine theta. I hope it makes sense. And sine theta is 3 upon 5. So this will give me 0.3 answer. So height is 0.3 by particle A. So the the potential energy, when you will calculate mgh, it is gained by particle A. So you will write 0.8 into 10 into 0.3. Make sense? So I will just solve all this. I'm giving you the idea here. And this is potential energy. Now kinetic energy, when it will go from here to here, whatever the speed will be here, will be your gain in kinetic energy. And the formula is half mv square. But we don't know v, we have to find out v. Now let's look at this particle v. When it will go down 0.5 meter, of course, the reference point I will take as a 0. And this height I will take as a height when the potential energy was gained. So my mgh will have 1.6 into 10 into 0.5. Again, I'm telling you here, your reference point is your 0. Okay? So I'm taking it as a type 0 reference point, 0 height here. So this height will give me gain and this height will give me 0 potential energy. And the kinetic energy again here will be half mv square. I don't know the speed with which it is coming here. Kinetic energy will be 0 here, but here it will have some value. So let's see, start solving it. Now when we're saying using energy method, basically it is mechanical energy initially when everything was stopped. When things start moving, that is called final mechanical energy. Why I'm writing work done in between? So this is the equation. Mechanical energy initially plus work done is equals to mechanical energy finally. Now when I'm using the word mechanical energy, I mean by kinetic energy and potential energy, right? So here when I'm writing kinetic and potential energy, I'm talking with respect to particle A and B. I'll show you in a while. Why did I write 0 here? Because work done is due to friction or due to pulling force. They both are not here, right? So I'm writing here 0. So basically I can say the mechanical energy initially will be equals to the mechanical energy finally. Now, and mechanical energy is what? Kinetic and potential. Now what I have written here initially, okay, this side is talking about initial arrangement. So kinetic energy at particle A and B plus potential energy at particle A and B initially. And then finally, the kinetic energy at A and B and potential energy at A and B. So I'm substituting this formula. So this formula will be for particle AB. Similarly, this is for particle AB. I will show you the values. And same is here. Okay. So now, let's substitute the values here. Now, this first part, why did I write 0 here? I am writing 0 here because this is showing kinetic energy of particle A. It is stopped initially, so V is 0, so answer will be 0. This is about particle B, kinetic energy. It is also stopped initially, V is 0, so answer will be 0 when you plug in this formula. Now here, this is about particle A. Initially, it is from here. So I'm considering this is my reference point 0. So from here, I will consider the height. So initially, it was 0 potential energy. This is about B. Because this is my reference point when it will come down. So it will lose energy. So initially, when it was at this height, 0.5 meter up, I will consider it has potential energy, mgh. So I'm writing 1.6 into 10 into 0.5. Similarly, after the motion of distance 0.5 meter covered, now this is my kinetic energy. I don't know what will be the velocity when it will go from here to here. That velocity I have to calculate, right? That velocity I have to calculate. So I'm writing half m v square. This is for B, half m v square, because I don't know what the velocity will be when it will come from here to here. This is about particle A potential energy, m, g, h, because Once 0.5 meter distance covered, this is the height I'm talking about. So I'm writing here 0.5 into 3 upon 5. And this is about P, because potential energy at the reference point, the ground which I'm considering, will be 0. Now, ground doesn't mean it is reaching to ground. I'm talking with respect to reference point. After that, I'm simply doing calculation. Here, both these values have V square common. So I have taken common value out and put bracket around. And then I'm simply calculating it. And now this is giving me V value 2.1602. We write values in 3 significant figure according to the requirement of the paper. So it is 2.16. So I hope it made sense to you. I would say thank you very much for watching the video. If you have learned something, please press like, subscribe, and bell icon. You will get indication of my new videos, and share it with your friends. They may also learn something from it. Thank you very much. Take care.